What's up, and welcome again to another Brother Beyond. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do not forget to like and subscribe. Now, I'm going to give you a really important life lesson that I experienced when I was attending high school. Now, this life lesson you probably heard before about making mistakes, and mistakes are actually good. They can actually make you grow stronger and more confident. But I always believe that those are just words. Sometimes you have to actually make the mistake and implement those words. So for you young people who are out there who are attending school, college, or anything in life that you're just so scared to do it because you're worried about what other people think, you worry about the judgment or opinions they're going to have on you. And trust me, I was like that because I was brought up in a household where my mum made me so self-conscious about what other people thought about us as a family and as an individual. So when I was attending school, I would do anything to avoid the teacher from picking me out to answer a question because I was ashamed of getting things wrong. I was afraid of being laughed at. So all these sort of situations went through my head. But the story I'm going to tell you about is something that I learned from another student who was actually called Barry. So this story, man, that taught me a lot about mistakes was when I was attending high school, and there was a guy called Barry, grown man now, my age. And Barry was a student that just didn't care. He just didn't care how many mistakes he made. He wouldn't be afraid to put up his hand on numerous occasions, no matter how wrong he got the answer. The guy put up his hand at every opportunity. Even me being sat next to him, I was ashamed for him. People used to say to him, "Put your hands down, Barry. You're stupid." He got called all the names in the book. After terms, Barry carried on that same behavior. And I was in the same year as him for the straight 5 years I was in school. And I saw this guy displayed this same skill. I never had the emotional intelligence I have now to know this guy, what he was doing, he was reaping the benefit. Looking back, I don't even think he knew. He just didn't care. That's why they say ignorance is bliss. But through the term, when Barry made all those mistakes, he started to learn and notice him answering the questions correctly because all the time he was getting it wrong. The guy was learning. He was learning the right answers because let's face it, man, the teacher will correct him. Saying that even when the teachers were correcting him, they were getting fed up, fed up of this guy keep putting up his hand, just fed up of him. No, Barry, but he just showed resilience. Looking back now, he didn't even care what people thought. He wasn't like me. I was very self-conscious. Someone laughed at me if I got something wrong. That was it. I would do anything next time to make sure I wasn't sitting in front of the class and I was hiding behind the other students. If you can resonate to this so far, man, you need to learn to be a Barry. You don't want to be a late bloomer like me. Being a late bloomer is not sexy. So you want to learn of Barry and the traits Barry came with. Don't care about people's opinion. The more mistakes you make, the more you learn. Because that's what Barry shown me. The more mistakes he made, the more people say you're stupid. He didn't care. Barry accumulated so much knowledge from all his mistakes. So if you're a young brother out there that through life you've been so conditioned that making mistakes that it makes you afraid now to go and try something new, take a leap out of Barry's book. Because I didn't take a leap out of Barry's book until a later stage of my life. You're at that opportunity now. If you're listening to this, share this. This is not some fiction story I'm telling you. This is something I experienced when I was like 15 or even younger than that from a guy called Barry, making so much mistakes in class, getting all the answers wrong, people calling him names, saying how stupid he is. And next time he comes in, he will do the same thing again. Put up his hand, put up his hand. So you have to look at it this way. Those who laugh, they were the losers at the end. And that's how you have to look at it. If you are going through a stage in your life right now where you are apprehensive about anything, make the mistakes. Old cliche saying, what doesn't kill you can only make you stronger. And that's so true. So if you're in school, college, whatever part of your life you're experiencing challenges or feeling shy, feeling lacking confidence or making mistakes, take it from Barry, man. Just keep going because the more mistakes you make, and that's how we learn. If you can't take my word for it, put it this way: cast your mind back on something if you started to learn. It would be driving. How many um driving lessons, or should I say, how many tests did you flop before you eventually passed? Could have been several. If there's any consolation, I failed my driving test 5 times. So it's the same, but I learned from my mistakes how not to do it the 6th time. Okay, so we need to understand that mistakes are good, youngsters, man. Mistakes are good, brothers. Don't let that hold you back. Just keep going. And I wish I had someone talking to me like this. I wish I had someone talking to me like this because no one really sat me down. No one really sat me down and really, they probably would have said it, but no one really sat me down and said, listen, it's just later on in life when I started to like educate myself and I started to think back on my school years and I thought, wow, no wonder Barry came out of all the good grades because he didn't care about all the mistakes he made. He didn't really care. That's why he didn't care about people calling him names. He wasn't afraid of making mistakes. So if you're out there concerned about other people, throw it away, man. Make the mistakes. Because guess what? You're learning indirectly. I hope you find this helpful. So please like and subscribe and share this. And in my immortal words, as always, man, stay healthy, stay active, stay blessed.